strong black woman. I don't want to be strong all the time. I shouldn't have to be strong all the time. Why is that when I want to showcase my feelings and I want to be emotional for a second, I'm feeling bad? Did you hear what I, especially with my black sisters, and just ask, how are you holding up? Because I'm having a hard time. Everybody's problems, everybody's issues, and putting it in our backpack with our shit and being strong. But who is doing that for us? Other deaths of black women and deaths within this black community has affected us so much, time and time again, and we gotta sweep those fucking emotions underneath the fucking rug and put on that strong face. This shit hurts. Hey y'all, so today is just it wasn't on my agenda in terms of my podcast schedule in a sense, but this week has been extremely heavy, and I wanted to have an episode that shares and sheds light on my feelings, especially with what we have for updated information regarding Breonna Taylor.
Woman that night.
I want to be really clear about what America was told about Black lives with this decision today, and what Black America was told once again. We were told that a young Black woman's life was of less value than the drywall she slept next to. That Blackness is seen as a threat even when we are at rest. And that a system that was built on our backs was one that, even in moments of fleeting hope, that ultimately is one that we could never, ever trust. And we get told this 99% of the times that the police kill someone. That is not hyperbole, that is literal. Less than 1% of officers who kill a Black person are ever convicted of that crime. So you cannot fault people for deciding that a system that continues to disrespect our dignity can't be reformed. It has to actually be defunded, divested from, and moved out of the way so that we can have true peace and justice in our communities and people who are invested in the ways that we all deserve. The social contract actually requires that we give an institution authority only when they give us safety and protection in return. That exchange has not been happening for Black people in this country for the entire time we have been here. This is 400 years of fed up. And we've gotten little protection, but we have gotten a lot of violence at the hands of the people who were supposed to serve and protect us. And after this long and protracted battle over 190 days, millions of phone calls, emails, dozens of protests all over the entire world, pushes by activists and organizers and politicians and her family, after all of that, one officer, not all three, but one officer got charged not for her murder, but let's be clear, for the bullets that didn't even hit her. That is what we were just told about the value of Black life in this country. That can't be reformed. That has to be transformed.
And I just wanted to talk things out, because I know that there are so many other Black women experiencing the same type of feelings that I've been feeling, and especially what I've been experiencing within this week. So my podcast episodes are done in advance, so they're shot, filmed, and done before they're placed on YouTube and the podcast platform. But this is like real time, like, you know, today is Sunday, September 27th, and you know, I'll upload this today. I don't even know where to get started. Before I get started, this came in the mail today. I got this from Amazon. One of my employees told me about this at my job, and I ordered it. I'm on page, oh, here's the cover. Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit, and the author is Mary Frances Winters. She also has written a book about inclusive conversations, as well as a book on We Can't Talk About That at Work, so I definitely will be buying those. But this one came out this month, and it's very, very much so up to date. In her preface, she talks about coronavirus and stuff, so this is definitely up to date. I started reading it and I had to stop myself because I was like, I want to film this and get this uploaded today, but I have some sticky notes here. I just want to show you very quickly. And Mary, don't sue me, girl, okay? I'm trying to help the people, so don't get mad at me. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is a tree representing the Black fatigue, and these are some of the areas that, you know, hit home for us. So there are so many things, and then here at the bottom, the roots are systemic racism, and it's powerful. It's powerful, and it's been a good read so far. I'll probably read the next chapter and then stop, because I can find myself getting like invested into this and just like don't want to put it down. So thank you, Mary Frances. This is bomb. So to describe how I've been feeling, I can't put into one word specifically, but I'm tired. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. I am sad. I'm not shocked, but it's just another slap in the face. I think for me, traumatizing experiences that happen within the Black community, I would say like my first true understanding, or like living in that world to understand what happened, was Trayvon Martin. So that was like the first time like I got to witness and be a part of it, versus like what we read from a history perspective and how we know what has happened to the Black community. But that was like, I was of age at that time where I knew like what was going on. So Trayvon Martin for me was like the first true understanding for me. And then there was so many others after that, but the ones that really like they all touch me. They all touch me in a way. But the ones that affect me heavily to this day, Sandra Bland, Philandro Castile, and let me just make sure I'm saying his name right, because I kind of always get it wrong. Yeah, I said it right. I always be like Phil, or like I shorten his name, but I want to say his whole name. Because of the baby, the mom and the baby, and how distraught she was. I can't get that out of my mind. I can't get it out of my mind. And Breonna Taylor. Sandra Bland affected me heavily. I was in college and I got pulled over not too long after everything happened with her, and that was the first time I got pulled over. It was a bullshit stop. He said that I didn't come to a complete stop when I was turning right on red. Now, I went to Winston-Salem State University. Shout out to WSSU. I was on campus late, and like the intersection that I'm at, it's like one side you can only drive one way, so there's not cars coming from both directions, and that's going onto the campus. And then this is main road where like you can go both directions down MLK. So down MLK is this way, the campus is this way. It's only one way. You can just go this way, but you can't go this way. So this side is blocked off. MLK runs parallel. I hope that's parallel, y'all. Don't get mad at me if it's not. Yeah, this is parallel, I think. Parallel. So both cars going different directions. And then I forgot what street this is, but you can come down and either turn right or turn left or go straight to take you on campus. I was leaving campus, so I'm here at the intersection and I need to turn right on that street. I forgot. I'm on MLK. I need to turn right. I forgot what street it was because then you get on the highway. Anyway, I'm here. It's at a time where campus is dead. It's a weekday. It's dead as fuck. Like, nobody's around. But I still stop. But the lights are so, like, the lights take forever to turn green throughout that time of the night. And like, realistically, if I was going straight, I probably would have been waiting for like 2 or 3 minutes for the light to change, or even longer than that. But I was turning right, and you can turn right on red. So I stopped, bitch. I stopped, and then turned right to make another right to get on the highway. And then I see the sirens, so I'm like, okay. And I remember being on the phone with one of my best friends, Breonna, and I was like, I gotta go because I'm getting pulled over. And she's like, okay, well, just call me later. His attitude was just so nasty. He was just so rude, and I'm already traumatized and shaken up because we just seen what happened to Sandra Bland. One, my emotions are like all over the place because I'm like, what did I do wrong? This is the first time I'm getting pulled over. I didn't do anything. Like, well, what is possibly going on? So then I'm asking him like, oh, what you pull me over for? And he's like, you didn't come to a complete stop back there. I'm like, I definitely did, and there's nobody here. Like, there's no other cars. I was literally the only car. I didn't even see him. I don't know where he came from. I didn't even see him. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But I'm still like, what the fuck is that noise? What are they doing? Oh, all right, y'all. So I think that noise stopped. It said that there was a manhole. Hold on, let me see. It said it was a manhole explosion. Oh, let me not do that because my address is on there. Yeah. My address not on there. It said it was a maintenance hole or manhole explosion like a few hours ago. So I don't know if what they're doing results in them trying to work on that. I don't know. It finally stopped, so I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully just pick up where I left off. I don't really know where I left off, but yeah, so the Sandra Bland, her traffic stop, her death really like hit home at that moment. It was very traumatizing because I didn't know what was going to happen, and that kind of like was another moment where I was impacted and affected by deaths that occur within the Black community, whether it's for police itself or systematic racism, or people just don't like us, you know, all of these factors. Our deaths that affect Black community are not limited to just police brutality. There's so many other factors, like an Emmett Till, Ahmaud Arbery. Like, there's just a long list, as well as a long list for those that died from police brutality. And then Philandro, I can't talk, sorry. I don't know who was first, Sandra or Philando. I think it was around this. I think Sandra was first, and then Philandro. Yeah, Sandra was first in 2015. I was in college. In Philando, I was out of college. I was actually living in upstate New York, and I talked about that briefly in my online dating, how hard it was living in that and working in that type of racist environment. And then it was just so many elements in that moment. So I was already impacted by all the other things that were happening. Me moving to a new state, me literally going to work with racist people, managing racist people at such a young age, and then the political shit with Trump. It was just so many other things amongst losing my brothers and my sisters. And then Philando happened, and I just remember seeing the girlfriend, or I don't know what logistically, like what their relationship was, but still that was, you know, somebody of significance to him. And I just remember the child in the car, and I was just so impacted by that. I was so distraught. Like, I can't even like deal. And with my last episode, when I'm talking about having kids, that plays a part in it as well. Like, I can't imagine how these mothers and these fathers feel for losing their children. And I hate that I have to think that way, but I do think that way. Like, losing my child, or my child is impacted like that, and how that will affect me as a mother. And it's just so many things. And then taking those two situations and carrying it within for years, and not really being able to deal with it and process it. Then Breonna Taylor comes, And Breonna Taylor hits a little bit more harder because it's close. They all close, right? They're all close. They're all close. But this one was a little bit more, it was a little bit more like, it was a little bit more close to home because she was my age. And that could have easily been me. Like, it could have easily been me for other women and you know, other people that have lost their lives. And trying to process that, it's like some days I think about it so much, and some days like I like psych myself out of thinking about it because I know the road that it could lead me on. But that could have been my sister. You know, I don't have a sister, but that could have been my sister. That could have been my cousin. That could have been me. That could have been, you know, my best friend. Like, so many factors are playing in my mind, and that is my sister. Breonna Taylor is my sister, you know. And it just hurts because how hard you fight for your people, and in her situation, we have the epitome of all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? And then her being a black woman, how we already get treated as black women anyway. It's all of these factors that just play a role, and you upset one second and you sad. I'm hurting for her and her family. I'm hurting for my other black queens that are scared, defeated, tired, angry. I am hurting for all of you guys. I don't even know what to do anymore. I just feel like we gotta I just don't even know what to do. Last week was just, it was hard. It was hard. I never in my life have been that worked up, that sad, that angry. I actually, when the news came out about the decisions on who was going to get charged and who wasn't going to get charged and what type of charge it was going to be, my work schedule was like, I was in meetings boom 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 from like 12 to 5:30. My schedule was stacked, so I was hopping in and out of calls, and didn't really know what was going on. And I've gotten to the place now where I'm not so much on social media like that, especially like throughout the day. Like, my phone is either on the bed somewhere and I'm working at my desk, and like I'm in meetings, and they're not meetings where I can just sit and just chill out. Like, I'm either leading the meeting or actively like talking within the meetings, and you can't just, I don't have no fucking chill ass time throughout the work, like the work day and stuff. Like, a bitch be working. So I don't really catch up onto things that happen like throughout that day until when I'm logging off. And sometimes I'm logging off 9-10 at night, you know, like it just depends on that day. So it wasn't until like 7 something, maybe like 7:30, when I was like catching up on what the decision was and who was being charged, who wasn't being charged. And I was just, it wasn't like I was shocked that there wouldn't be some type of justice, because I think realistically all of us in the black community knew, given how fucked up the system is, the type of justice that we were looking for will rarely ever happen, right? But the decision and the type of charge, that's the shit that pisses me off. That's the shit that gets me like, yet again, we don't mean shit. We're not even classified as human beings to you motherfuckers. We don't matter. Yet again, these are prime examples. So many fucking examples. We have examples longer than a CVS receipt of how we are treated as black people. And yet again, the disrespect, the lack of acknowledgement of a black woman. I can go on and on and on. That shit pissed me off. Like, that could have been me. That could have been me, bruh. Like, I can't even put into words. Like, and I know I keep saying it, but I mean it. I cannot put this shit into words. Like, that could have been me. That could have been somebody in my circle. That could have been somebody in my family, bro. Like, she is not even looked at out of everything that has happened. He ain't even being charged for nothing that has anything to do with her. The motherfuckers that did something to her ain't getting charged for shit. So once I got that shit, after, you know, logging off for the day, and I saw that, I was fucking pissed. I was pissed off. And then I got an email asking if I wouldn't mind leading an agency event in honor of Breonna Taylor. Hell fucking no, I didn't mind. So I created the presentation deck. I cried the whole time. I cried the whole time I was doing that. That morning, I cried the entire time I was making that deck. I cried while leading the event. Almost 300 plus people on the call. I'm leading that shit. I'm representing for my sister, Breonna Taylor. I could have been Breonna Taylor. Somebody close to me could have been Breonna Taylor. I talked to my mom. My mom, as a mother, she was ready to go to Kentucky. Because as a mother, that is your child. You do anything for your child, because my heart feels for her mom and her family, because that shit is fucked up. That shit is fucked up. So I wanted to just check in, especially with my black sisters, and just ask, how are you holding up? Because I'm having a hard time having a really hard time with this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of crying, y'all. I really am. to my black community, specifically black men, just check on your people. Check on your black sisters, your mom, your auntie, your nieces, because this shit hurts. We support y'all. We support black men like there's no fucking tomorrow. And now is a time where some of y'all need to step up and give us that same support in return. Your black sisters are hurting. We are hurting in ways that I can't even explain. And none of this is new. Our feelings like this, none of it is new. We've experienced feelings like this before. But just like how George Floyd's death shifted, you know, people's perspective, for us, it's like Breonna Taylor was just like, my nigga, are you kidding me? Yet again? Yet again. So to my black men, support is support is something, especially within the black community, that has to be a two-way street. Black women will bend over backwards through 50 million flips, dips, splits for y'all. It's time for y'all to start doing the same thing to us. I put up a post and I asked how people were doing mentally. And I got a response from a lot of people. I got a response from a lot of women. So to my guys, if you listen to my podcast, I know some of you all are, but listen to some of the responses. I wonder if I can see. Oh. Not good. I said, how are you doing mentally? Some of these responses from black women, I don't even know anymore. Not good. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm drained. I'm exhausted. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm upset. Do you hear what I'm saying? So to my black sisters, I'm just like you, lost, trying to navigate, trying to get some strength somewhere. I don't know. Leading that event, leading an agency event like that with so many people. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to get on there and be less than strong, you know, because that's what we do as black women. All we do is be strong. I cried because I can't always be strong all the fucking time. That shouldn't be placed on me as a person. Because you're black and you're a woman, as soon as you come out that womb, your label is strong. You notice how they say strong. Then you get the rest of your title. Strong. Then you get black woman. I don't want to fucking be strong all the time. You hear me? But a part of that, being strong as a black woman, not only are you being strong for yourself, you being strong for a whole group of people. You being strong for every fucking body. And yourself too. But who looks out for us? Who is being strong for us? Who is doing that for us? We taking everybody's problems, everybody's issues, and putting it in our backpack with our shit and being strong. But who is doing that for us? Strong black woman. I don't want to be strong all the time. I shouldn't have to be strong all the time. Why is that when I want to showcase my feelings and I want to be emotional for a second, I'm feeling bad? Did you hear what I said? I said I just cried leading a call for Breonna Taylor, and mentally I'm mad because I'm crying in front of other people. Why do I have to feel that way? Why should it be like that? Why can't I cry in front of people or feel vulnerable in front of other people? Why do I have to feel bad for doing shit like that? Other people do that shit all the time. But I have this strong narrative that's pushed on me. So fuck it. I'm gonna feel bad. Because that shit was pushed on me that I gotta be strong all the fucking time. And if I'm showing signs of weakness, vulnerability, I gotta feel bad for that. Do you hear what the fuck I'm saying? In this very moment, yet again, with myself and so many other black people, so many other black women, we want to feel and live in that emotion just for a fucking second. Breonna Taylor and so many other deaths of black women and deaths within this black community has affected us so much, time and time again, and we gotta sweep those fucking emotions underneath the fucking rug and put on that strong face. Your black sisters are crying in the bathrooms if they're working somewhere, crying in between meetings, you know, hiding from their children to have a moment to themselves, because we can't let other people see us in that moment when we're sad, when we're upset. So just think about this shit that I'm talking about. We want to have a moment too. We want to have a moment to just release and let this shit go. Let this shit out. But we have to do that shit in private. We can't let nobody know what the fuck is going on with us. We can't let nobody know how we're processing and we're dealing with this shit. We better fucking not let nobody know. You cry in front of those people? How could you? You let them people see that you're fucking weak? You're so strong. Everybody's like, you're so strong, you're so strong, you're so strong, you're so strong. Bitch, fuck you. Sorry. But no, fuck, I'm not sorry. Your strength, you're strong. Shut the fuck up. Please. Please. Can I have a moment to feel? Can I have a moment to process? Can I have a moment to be upset? Can I have a moment to be sad? Can I have a moment to fucking cry? Can I have a fucking moment? Please. But I digress. Before I go, I would like to read y'all this post that I put on my Instagram and my Facebook, because, and this is prior to last week. this was after a moment of just getting tired. Like I said, black women shouldn't have to be strong all the time. I had to let that be known. So I post this on my page September 10th. I said, some will say that I'm a strong person. I won't argue because I am. I'm not going to argue and say that I'm not a strong person. I just told you the fucking label that's been placed on us when we come out the coochie. Strong. Any day that you, at this point, just put strong as every black woman's name, every black woman's first name. Just say strong. Fuck giving us a fucking name. Fuck it. Just put strong as the first name, strong as the middle name, and strong as the last name. Strong, strong, strong. We don't even gotta say black woman. Just say strong, strong, strong. I feel like that's what y'all niggas do. I'm not saying niggas. That's what people do. That's what people do. As soon as you come out the coochie. Oh, she's crying. What's her name? Her name is Strong. Why? Why I gotta be like that? Who being strong for us? Alright. Some will say that I'm a strong person. I won't argue because I am. As a black person, I have to be. As a black woman, I have to be. But sometimes even the strongest people can't always be strong. Today, leading a meeting with 30 people, I lost it. Now I could do an update to that to say today leading a meeting with 250 plus people, I lost it again. What y'all need? Weekly updates from me? Is that what y'all fucking need to help y'all understand that your black people, specifically your black women, are going through it like they've been going through it, as they've carried so many other people's lives, responsibilities, feelings, concerns on top of their own for years? Let me go back to my post, child. I couldn't fake smile and laugh through another meeting. I don't care about your canceled weekend plans, how tired you are, and your ugly ass pets. I don't care about those when my people are dying, being hurt, being lied on, being disrespected, being looked at as less than. I lost count on how many meetings I do that on,